Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Losers Lounge podcast here, wherever you're listening, whatever time you're listening. And before we begin, at the time of recording, we want to wish everybody watching the podcast a happy 2026. Oh, yes, the new year is finally here. I tell you, it's always pretty good for it to be a new year. And especially because the new year always kicks off January 4th with possibly one of the best wrestling shows of the year. Every year. Which is kind of crazy how that's been the case for 20 years, but, they've made it work. That, of course, being New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom. Live from the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan. So, I'll tell you, this should be quite a fun one. This is our first time covering New Japan here on the podcast, so it's gonna be interesting, especially since there's a lot of newer faces within New Japan that we may not be as familiar with ourselves, but we are intrigued to see how they do, so that's gonna be exciting. But first things first, we gotta get to the introductions, and this man, he knows a fair bit about his New Japan. Like, his old school New Japan, a little bit of current New Japan as well, but you know how it goes. That, of course, being the OG of OGs, the heelest of Balors, HeelBalor!
Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2026. What better way to kick off the new year, new time, with Wrestle Kingdom 20. I am the heelest of Balors, as you know. And yes, I know a bit of my share about New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I can't wait to talk about this show. And like Tyler said, this is the first time ever we are going to be talking New Japan on the channel. And I can't wait to talk about it. Let's get into it, man.
Oh, trust me, I'm excited to talk some New Japan as well. But I know someone else who's very excited to talk about some New Japan. That, of course, being the Skull King Beast Mode 9000.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it is I, the Skull King Beast Mode 9000, back again here on the Losers Lounge podcast, and for the first time ever, we are talking Wrestle Kingdom on the podcast. Man, I am so fucking pumped, especially for the main event. We'll get to that. That's going to be emotional as shit. But first things first, happy poo year, if you will. I'm going to hit the gritty bass style, taking a shit on the salad bar at Wendy's. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it'd make the food taste better. But hey, the only thing that I'm going to be eating during Wrestle Kingdom is, ass? I don't know. I might, depending on who's at my house. Anyway, we're talking Wrestle Kingdom, indubiously, and it's going to be a great show.
Oh, trust me, it is going to be a fantastic show, and honestly, we have definitely been looking forward to this show ever since the cards started to surface here. We've got 7 matches to talk about here, 2 non-title, and, a bunch of titles.
We don't have 6 matches. We have 7 matches.
Yes, indeed.
You're fired. You're fired.
6.
You're fired.
7.
Oh my god.
God. But I tell you, folks, this is quite a pretty interesting card. In terms of the non-titles, we are going to be saving the most important non-title match for the last match we talk about here. But we're going to start things off with a little bit of fun here. We're going to start things off with a 10-man tag team match as the team of the Bullet Club War Dogs, comprising of David Finlay, Drilla Maloney, and Gabe Kidd, Hiromu Takahashi, and Shingo Takagi. Yeah, quite a mouthful of names here. Taking on the team of the United Empire. Callan Newman, Great-O-Khan, Hinare, and 2 men who are quite surprising. One of them is still a mystery at the time of recording the podcast here. But the other is the big one. Andrade That's right. As we alluded to a while back with the World's End podcast, Andrade has finally been freed of whatever contract woes he's been experiencing, and thus he is thrust upon this tag team match. And it's quite an interesting tag team match here, I will say. I mean, the lineup of competitors is, well, how can I put it? It's a mixed bag, I will say. It is very much a mixed bag, so this should be quite interesting. HeelBalor, I'll start with you. Who have you got in the 10-man tag, and who do you think the United Empire has as their mystery partner?
I think it's a pretty good set of wrestlers out there. I think it's gonna be a very fun match, obviously. Who do I think the United Empire has as their backup? I honestly don't know. I really don't have a clue, honestly, who they have. I haven't watched New Japan like a good while, honestly, guys. But I will say this: I think it'll be someone cool. But as for like who I think it's going to be, I legit have no idea. Bullet Club War Dogs just there. I can't stand David Finlay. That dude just flat out sucks. Gabe Kidd is cool. Drilla Maloney, I've heard a little bit about him. Shingo Takagi's cool. Roma Takahashi's cool. Andrade, getting away from WWE, all that, which, there you go. Him and the United Empire is pretty cool. And, again, as United Empire, Ospreay, all that stuff over there, but, of course, he's gone. That's all I can really say about the whole thing. I think it will just be a fun match, so I'm going to keep repeating myself, but who I think's going to win? Give it to United Empire and Andrade. I'm going to go with them. As for the tag partner, I have no idea who it's going to be. So I'll just give it to United Empire.
You know what? Fair enough. That's some good thinking there. Beast, who have you got in this 10-man tag team match, and who do you think could be the mystery partner?
Using my process of elimination, really, but critical thinking is more the word I wanted. I think. Wait a second, Beast. The door just opened.
Wait a second, Beast. We got a knock at the door.
Huh?
Show your badge, sir.
What badge?
Oh my God!
What? Holy shit!
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the GOAT himself! Sock Monkey Mike Wexler is here!
What? I think this is his first appearance on the podcast. Holy shit.
Are we on air?
Yes, we're on air.
We're on air, brother.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait. That doesn't sound right. Let me come back in and then I'll do a better one.
Oh my God, folks!
Mike, okay, all right. Oh, he's back, dude. He just remember when Vince McMahon came out and then stepped back and then came back in? He was like, the pop wasn't big enough, like this.
Well, hello, Losers Lounge podcast. I am honored and privileged to be here with three gentlemen here that are up and rising in the social media world. We got Beast Mode 9000, who's doing his own stuff. We got I honestly, God, I don't remember what MGB stands for, but we got Ty Lore in the building. And then we got the Heelist, the Balors, the man that has over 6,000, I think, on YouTube.
Almost over 3,000.
He has over 6 IQ points too.
But yeah, it's an honor to be here.
Goddamn.
Well, I think this is Mike's first appearance on the podcast as a member.
It is.
It is.
And I've technically been here for 5 years.
Yeah. Yes, folks. Mike is a member of the podcast, and if y'all didn't know, we had a few other members, of course, being in the group last year. So this is Mike's first appearance ever as a podcast member. So what a way to kick off the new year! Holy shit!
Yeah,
first time as an official podcast member on the podcast. It is the first time we're talking Wrestle Kingdom. This is already full of firsts, and this is the first time I am also on the podcast taking a dump. I'm just kidding. I'm not taking a dump. That's a joke.
Oh my God! Welcome to the show, Mike.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's a privilege, but first day of the year, I hope it treats all of us well. Of course, we can never predict, fully what's going to happen, but I hope, for everybody listening at home and everybody that is, either watching or I don't know where this really platform goes anymore. But, whatever the case may be, I hope everybody has a great and blessed 2026. And I hope it fills with, is nothing but joy and happiness for all of us.
Yeah.
Well,
sir.
and Mike, I second those words. And you know what fills us with joy and happiness right now is talking Wrestle Kingdom. And you can't predict what's going to happen in the new year, but we can predict what's going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom. And right now,
You know it.
we are talking the 10-man tag, which is the Bullet Club War Dogs with Shingo Takagi and Hiromu Takahashi versus the United Empire with Andrade El Idolo and another mystery partner. We'll get to your prediction last as I was giving mine, and mine's going to be quick, short, straight and to the point. David Finlay's leaving New Japan. He's not going over. His team ain't winning because he's leaving New Japan. I got the United Empire. As for who I think their mystery partner is going to be, man, I have two ideas. One is a pipe dream. The other makes more sense. The first one being Templadio. I think Templadio should be the mystery partner for the United Empire, considering that he is in the United Empire already. That makes the most sense. As for who I think I love Templadio. I think Templadio's real rad. As for who I would like it to be, I really, it's not gonna happen because they announced that he's gonna be there as like he's in the crowd or whatever for like Tanahashi's celebration.
Oh man,
Will Ospreay.
Oh.
shout out to Billy Go.
It's not going to be Ospreay. I would cry if Elevated hit, but it's probably going to be Templadio, and I'm fine with that. But
Yeah.
I would shit my pants if it was Ospreay. Please
man.
let it be Ospreay. I would cry. Please.
Oh man, that would be incredible if it was. Mike, I'll go with you now. Who have you got in this 10-man tag team match, and who do you think could be the mystery partner of the United Empire?
I think when it comes to the 10-man, see, I feel bad because I'm not as caught up with New Japan than I mean, I don't know if I would ever say I ever been caught up with New Japan, but you know, with this 10-man, I mean, typically I would always go with the Bullet Club. I always think that they're very strong in that aspect of you know, tag team wrestling, you know, 8-man trios. But like, I'm really curious about the mystery partner because, like, to Beast's point, it would be funny as all heck if like Will Ospreay shows up. That'd be funny. But you know what? Maybe let's give it to the team with the mystery partner. Who do I think it's going to be? I'm not too sure. It could be anybody at this point. I mean, there could even be some case where like it could be a person that's contracted under WWE and they let him be a part of this match. So, yeah, let's give it to the team with the mystery partner, I think.
Ooh, good thinking there, Mike. Really good thinking. I think for me with this one, like as Beast mentioned, there's definitely a lot of contenders there for the mystery partner. Obviously, I will say this much, it's not gonna be Naito, because, I mean, he just showed up in Pro Wrestling Noah, so that there is a 0% chance of it being Naito, obviously, but still though, I'm intrigued to see how this match goes, especially with the pairing of competitors. I mean, for one thing, Hanare is like one of the most underrated sort of competitors out there. Like, honestly, go watch some Hanare stuff if you guys can, because he's awesome. Like, he really is. Andrade.
Has he been IWGP heavyweight champ yet, or?
I don't think Hanare has won the IWGP heavyweight
He
title.
fucking should.
Yeah. Yeah, he should.
Hanare's really rad.
Yeah. I mean, Andrade is Andrade. Like, no matter where Andrade shows up, it's gonna be a big deal, especially after the whole contract situation. Like, I'm just glad he's finally able to do something again, so very glad on that. Great Khan, from what I've seen of him, he's alright. Like, he's a decent competitor. It's just, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. And I mean, you got Cal Newman. He's cool, I suppose, sort of thing. Bullet Club War Dogs. I mean, Bullet Club is just badass, as always, but I don't know, with the way the War Dogs are going right now, it kind of feels like Bullet Club is slowly falling apart. I mean, Gabe Kidd, you could honestly consider to be more of a Death Rider than a War Dog. So there's that. Hiromu Takahashi, I would never expect to be teaming up with Bullet Club in any form, but oh, okay then. It's definitely interesting, but I mean, you did bring up a great point there. David Finlay's contract is expiring, and let's be honest, he's probably gonna go to WWE, which, I mean, fair enough. He could be a great addition to NXT's main event scene, maybe.
Great addition.
Well, maybe if NXT's able to help him out a little.
David Finlay.
Just if NXT's able to help him out, because of course, but still, from name value
real
alone.
quick, no disrespect to David Finlay. And yes, name value, you're right, Tyler, but no disrespect to David Finlay. But oh man, I would rather eat a piece of wet, soggy bread than watch a David Finlay match.
Well, let's hope maybe WWE can help fix him up on that. So, yeah, honestly, I've got United Empire winning. I think it just makes the most sense for the United Empire to get it done. But man, I'll tell you, these title matches we've got, oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot, and this first one we'll cover might just be the craziest match I think we might be covering ever on, like, the podcast, potentially. It is for the never openweight 6-man tag team championships, and it is a Wrestle Kingdom tradition after all. It is the New Japan Rumble. What is a Rumble? Well, a Royal Rumble, but New Japan style. So, the teams that we've got in this Rumble are Master Wato, Toru Yano, Yo taking on Yusuke Taguchi? Yeah, Taguchi. Tiger Mask. Togi.
Ryusuke Taguchi. That was Prince Devitt's former tag partner.
Yes, Ryusuke Taguchi, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Toge Makabe is also teaming up with them. They're also taking on Kaisuke Taikichi, I believe. Shota Umino and Yuya Imura taking on...
Yuya Imura based.
Yep, they're taking on Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi, and Oleg Bolton? That's definitely unique. Taking on Team 100, Satoshi Kojima, and Taichi, and Tomohiro Ishii. Then they're taking on the House of Torture, Ren Narita, Sanada, and Yoshinobu Kaminaro?
Yeah. Yep.
Taking on TMDK, which is Hartley Jackson, Ryohei Oiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. And then they're taking on the Bullet Club War Dogs of Clark Connors, Osaka, and Yuto Ice. Wow, that is a lot of teams. That is really a lot of teams. But, I mean, it's a Rambo. It should be a lot of fun. So, Mike, I'll actually start with you with this one. Who have you got in the never open weight 6-man Rambo?
God, that gave me a headache just hearing all the names. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I think so. Again, I wish I was more up to speed with New Japan than I currently am. But I do know one team that I'm very confident. I think that whether you want to call them a faction or if you want to just call them a group, each of those guys are very, very talented. I even feel like they're to this day are still one of the most underrated groups, in New Japan, and they've been doing it for a very, very long time. And I'm talking about TMDK. Zach, we all know, has been great. Hartley Jackson is someone that I haven't seen too much, but I have heard some good stories from Shane Hayes. Shout out to him. And I know how much he could bring to the table. So I'm gonna go with TMDK just because it's a stacked list for being a Rumbo. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo,
Yeah.
yeah, like the movie. Cool. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna go with TMDK just because I think they deserve a lot of love and stuff like that.
Ooh, I do like your thinking there. HeelBalor, who have you got in the Rumbo?
I'm gonna go with basically what Mike said. I'm gonna go with TMDK. That's all I can really say about that. There you go. Listen, I'm not the current day Japan, like New Japan. Like, I don't watch a lot. I keep up a little bit, but I'm just not really well known. But here we are. But TMDK.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree to that myself, as, well, New Japan isn't my strong suit in terms of things, but I am familiar with a lot of the names, so there is that. Beast, who have you got in the Rumbo?
I would love it if TMDK won. I am so here for that. I've been a TMDK fan forever. So I wouldn't be against them winning, but they're not my prediction. If TMDK wins, rad, brownie points, cool. I am here for it. But they ain't winning. They ain't winning, boys. And I'll tell you why. Because David Finlay may be leaving New Japan. There's rumors. I don't think they're like steeped in any like true shit, right? I don't think it's like confirmed, set in stone, concrete, right? That Clark Connors is leaving. David Finlay, his contract's up. He's leaving. I think it's just rumors that Clark Connors may be going with him. I don't think he is. I think it is Bullet Club for life. And I got Bullet Club winning this Rambo for another reason later on that I have been saying for literal years that I think finally might be coming to fruition. Probably not, and I am here for it not, but god damn it, dude, I would cry. Like, I need it in my life more than I need to breathe air. You will see later on. But I got Bullet Club winning this Rambo. And then I have something else happening later on because David Finlay lost. And they're going to kick out David Finlay of Bullet Club. And a new leader is going to come to fruition. And you're going to see who I think that new leader is going to be later on in the show. And I'm probably wrong. I am probably way off. I'm probably like Dumb and Dumber. Oh, Samsonite, I was way off. But man, I want it. I want it. And I think it's going to happen. But probably not. But I'm still going to fucking go for it because we're going to give it the old college try.
Ooh, I'm intrigued about that there. Well, for me, looking at the names on the list, on the who's competing in the Rambo, but there's a fair bit of really good competitors in that match. I mean, yeah, you got your Bullet Club War Dogs. I mean, of course, they're gonna be there. House of Torture is House of Torture. I mean, can't believe that Sonata, who was a former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, is now in House of Torture. Considering how much hype they gave Sonata, I'm like,
it's a shame.
Yeah, it really is for sure.
Because I fuck heavy with Sonata. Cold Skull's really rad. Like, he's dope as shit. When he won the IWGP Heavyweight title, I was like, cool. He's finally getting his just desserts, right? He's getting that push that I feel he's always kind of deserved. But like, after he lost, he's been kind of floundering, which is a damn shame because Sonata is cool as fuck. I've been a fan of him since whoa, I just had a stroke. Since he was in Los Ingobernables, right? Like, I love me some Sonata. It's a shame that he's being relegated to this. I do think he deserves better. But, then again, he's been doing it for what, 15 years now? And he's maybe in the more twilight of his career almost. Which sucks because Sonata's dope, dude, and I think he deserved better as IWGP Heavyweight Champion than getting a mediocre reign and being relegated to. And Rambos are fine, but it's Sonata. I don't know. I think he deserves a little better. That's just me.
Yeah, fair enough. And like, you can say the same thing as well with Zack Sabre Jr. and TMDK.
100%.
But like, I mean, look, I mean, you gotta find a way to fill as many people you can on the card somehow, so I can at least understand it, but it ain't the greatest spot to go. However, this may be an odd pick for me to go with in terms of who I would want to win the Rumble, but give me Team 100. Give me Kojima, Taichi, and Ishii. Like, that may sound crazy, but I don't know. Just looking at that lineup, I just think, you know what? Those guys would make a really good six-man tag team champions. They actually would. I mean, yeah, Taichi's a little
And
bit...
here's the thing.
Like, Taichi's a little bit more the comedic gimmick sort of thing, but he can go. He can, so...
And I was just going to say that. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not a huge Taichi guy. Like, he's not my preferred, he's not my preferred, like, flavor of wrestling, right? Like, and I love me some comedy. Taichi just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. He's not my cup of coffee, dude. But if they were to win the six-man titles, maybe they could elevate Taichi a little bit, and they could make me a fan of Taichi. I would like that. I'd be here for that because I do want to like Taichi. I just never been a huge Taichi guy. But if Team 100 does win this shit, maybe they could. I don't want to say prove me wrong, but they could make me a Taichi fan, and I'd be here for that.
Yeah, of course. Also, in terms of like comedy guys, shout out to Toru Yano. Like, I don't know if he's still doing the Blade DVD salesman gimmick, but just that's always been one of my favorite things. I don't know why.
Incredibly based.
Just so good. But man, I'll tell you, this next one should be quite an interesting one, because I think we gotta sell some double title action. It is a double title match to determine who holds both the IWGP Women's and the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, as Sayuri takes on Saya Kamatani? I mean...
Suri and Saya Kamatani, yes.
Yeah, Suri, okay. Yeah, this is interesting, because, like, New Japan Strong has been a thing for, like, a few years, but it's interesting how they're doing this double title match here. Like, I don't know what that means or anything, but, I mean, the IWGP Women's title, it's been a thing for the last few years, and it's been a great addition to New Japan, absolutely. And Stardom as well. That belt is also defended in Stardom, as I believe both companies are owned by the same parent company, Bushiroad. So, yeah, this should be pretty interesting here. Beast, who have you got with this double women's title match?
Suri's fine. I think she's a decent wrestler. I've seen a little bit of her run as IWGP Women's Champion. She's all right. It's been an okay run. I love me some Joshi wrestling, so it's been all right. So that wrestling style, I'm always a fan of. She's been an all right champ. Saya Kamatani, I love me some Saya Kamatani. It's like Utami Hayashishita, right? Like, I love Hayashishita and Kamatani equally. Like, they are incredibly talented. Big shouts out to Utami Hayashishita. I would love to see Kamatani win this, dude. I like Suri. I think Kamatani would benefit more from being double champ. Honestly, give him fucking 20 or 30 minutes, man. Just the most bell-to-bell clinic, close elbows, kicks to the fucking head, Joshi style you could ever see. Also, by the way, I predicted New Japan making an IWGP Women's Championship years ago, because on my YouTube channel, when I did my custom New Japan Pro Wrestling Universe mode, not only did I predict, 1, CM Punk coming back to WWE, not only 2, did I then have, well, I say CM Punk coming back to wrestling, because I had CM Punk come back to wrestling and be part of my New Japan Pro Wrestling Universe mode series. And then a year or so later, he came back to AEW. Then a couple years after that, he went back to WWE. So I predicted CM Punk coming back to wrestling. Number 2, I predicted Zelina Vega being part of the LWO when she was part of the LWO, because before the LWO was even introduced back to TV, I had Zelina Vega come out on my New Japan Pro Wrestling Universe Mode series with an LWO t-shirt on. Went nowhere with it because I realized that I couldn't do faction warfare stuff on my New Japan Pro Wrestling Universe Mode series because that'd be a lot of fucking work. But I at least predicted it that it would happen, right? And number 3, I made an IWGP Women's Championship years before New Japan ever did. So New Japan, where are my royalties? I actually have a custom IWGP Women's Championship in my possession because of my Universe Mode series that I've had since before New Japan made theirs. So where are my royalties? I'm a better booker than Gato too. Anyway, no disrespect, Gato, but put me on the pen. Same with Road Dogg with SmackDown. Put me on the pen, dude. I could elevate SmackDown. Just look at my track record. Look at my shit I've done on my YouTube channel. I'm doing better than your dusty ass could ever do. No disrespect. Anyway, Saya Kamatani, I definitely have. What was that?
Higher Beast.
Yes.
Hashtag Beast
higher
for creative.
Beast for creative base style. I got Saya Kamatani winning, dude, but I want to see both of these women go bell to bell for 30 minutes and beat the crap out of each other. That's all I want to. Like, I think Saya Kamatani would benefit more from being double champion. If Suri retains and wins the strong women's title, that's fine too. I really think Kamatani would benefit better. That's just me. So I got Saya Kamatani winning.
Ooh, I will say, like, Beast, you definitely had that predicting bug in you even early on, so very smart there. Mike, I'll go with you next. Who have you got with this women's double title match?
Can I be honest? Can you say the names again? Because I completely forgot.
Suri and
Saya Kamatani and Suri.
So I have heard of Suri. I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry, but I where have I heard her before? She did something with a while back ago. I don't remember if it was what was that? What was that one promotion that Mariah May came from before? Oh God,
Was
do
it
you know what?
Stardom or like
Stardom? Thank you. I think
Ice?
she was in Stardom. Right? Was Suri in
She was in
Stardom?
Stardom, yeah.
Yeah,
I believe
okay.
she was, yeah.
I remember I had popped up in my feed on I think it was Twitter, and I remember that Suri was on it. Again, I wish I was more caught up to speed with it to kind of give you a more in-depth prediction. But based on that, I'm gonna go with Suri just because it's gonna sound really messed up, but because she's the only one I know in the match. So,
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, that is absolutely fair, and sometimes you gotta make these kind of calls, so, yeah.
It is totally fair, and if anybody out there hasn't heard of Saya Kamatani, by the way, or Suri, definitely recommend watching some of their matches before you watch Wrestle Kingdom if you want to watch, because both of these women are fan-fucking-tastic.
Like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a good reason why we're doing this, to help introduce more people to more great wrestling. So, yeah, HeelBalor, I'll go with you next here. Who have you got with this women's double title match?
This will be my first time seeing these two in action, so I'm intrigued. Basically copy everything that both Mike and Beast said. I'm gonna go with that Siri? Is that her name? Suri? Siri? What am I getting it right? Suri, thank you, Beast. I'm gonna go with her to win the match.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree with you guys as well. Like, I'm not too familiar with these two as well, but I'm intrigued to see how they go with this match. So, Suri, I think Suri is probably going to be the best one to win it, mostly just because, like, she is the IWGP Women's Champion, and, like, the IWGP belts are kind of more stronger than the, no pun intended, strong championships. And I get why they're the strong titles. They're the US branch of New Japan, but still. Suri, I've pretty much got winning this one. Just the easiest option I can go with for that one. But oh man, I'll tell you, this next matchup, I mean, you like your flippy shit? Well, this is some flippy shit. It is a number one contenders 4-way match to determine who will go on to face the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. That, of course, being the Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishinomori, taking on El Desperado, taking on Sho, taking on Kosei Fujita. Ooh, this is quite an interesting lineup there. I mean, sure, a few of them...
Wait, you said Vegeta?
Fujita.
Oh, I think
Yes,
you said Vegeta.
Kosei
I'm
Fujita.
sorry.
No, dude, oh my!
I'm sorry, I heard. So I left for like 5 seconds, and then I returned for Tyler to say Vegeta. I'm like, wait a second. Are we still talking about New Japan? Or are we talking about Dragon Ball Z?
Well, this match is going to be a fantastic one, and honestly, with the level competition we've got here, this should be pretty good. So, HeelBalor, I'll go with you first. Who have you got in this number one contenders bout?
God, as you said, it's flippy shit. And you know me, I love that kind of stuff, man. Desperado's cool. I've seen a few of his matches. Most recently, it was a death match. I've had Beast Mode coming in for a bit. What was that death match he had recently that we watched?
Oh, Jesus, that was, I'm blanking now.
God. Some death match.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
fuck, it was I'm forgetting the guy, and if somebody knows out there, and I'm gonna look it up, I say if somebody knows out there, they'll say it in the comments anyway. The dude who took the fucking drop toe hold on the gusset plates years ago. What the fuck is his name?
Do you know what company the match took place?
I'm looking it up. Nope. I drew a blank. I'm sorry. I'm very tired.
I mean, just get up 2026. So there you go. Okay.
Jun Kasai. Jun Kasai.
There you go.
Yes. Fucking goddamn, I'm an idiot.
You good? No, you good. I watched that with Beast. It's a very fun match. Oh my god. Kosei Fujita, I don't know much about him. Taiji Ishimori, he's cool. I know who he is. He is really cool. And Sho, I've heard a bit of Sho. From what I have seen, he's all right. He's all right. Who do I have winning? Come on, man. Going with Despy. El Desperado to get this dub. Like I said, Taiji Ishimori is another one of my faves out there. But El Desperado, he's cool. He's awesome. Give him the win. El Desperado.
Ooh, interesting there. Beast, who have you got with this fatal 4-way for the number one contendership?
Oh man. So here's the thing. Kosei Fujita, I know a little bit about Fujita. I haven't seen a lot of his matches. Taiji Ishimori, obviously, Bone Soldier. That's the dude right there, bro. Fucking love me some motherfucking Taiji Ishimori, dude. Underrated and still continues to be. Sho is fine. I prefer him when he was with Yo. I think Sho and Yo are just better as tag team wrestlers. I don't see either of them as singles guys. I just haven't. El Desperado. Let me tell you something about El Desperado, man. This motherfucker is the coolest son of a bitch on the planet. I am having background noise, by the way. I don't know from who. I think it's from Mike. Oh, there he is. El Desperado is the coolest motherfucker on the planet. I love El Desperado. I have been a fan of his. I don't know, man. Maybe since 2020, right? Like 5 years ago, 2019, 2020. And he has just grown on me like a fungus in the best way possible. Remember when I said earlier that I had a prediction because of the Rambo and because of David Finlay losing? Well, here is that prediction. David Finlay is losing his match. The Bullet Club War Dogs are winning the Rambo. And then later on in the show, hopefully if this is later on in the show, El Desperado is winning this number one contenders match with help, because I believe he is still in Bullet Club, from Taiji Ishimori, who is also in the match. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the current reigning IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion is Doki, who beat El Desperado for the junior heavyweight title. El Desperado, I'm sure, wants his baby back. He is going to enlist the help of Taiji Ishimori to win. And then afterwards, David Finlay's going to come out. Everyone's going to come out. And, oh my God, is El Desperado joining Bullet Club? Well, yes and no. Because El Desperado would have won his match. Taiji Ishimori helped El Desperado win. Bullet Club War Dogs won the Rambo. But David Finlay lost. And we don't like losers in Bullet Club. And El Desperado kicks David Finlay in the fucking nuts.
No, he's not talking about us, folks. No, he's not.
No,
talking
yeah,
about us,
no.
folks.
Yeah, well, Bullet Club might come in here and beat all of us up. That's for true.
Exactly.
El Desperado hoofs David Finlay right in the fucking nuts. And beats the shit out of David Finlay. Austin rocks him with a steel chair, puts him through a table, and because of his match with Jun Kasai, maybe pulls out a light tube or something. I don't know, maybe he could. He's feeling froggy. El Desperado then stands tall with the rest of Bullet Club. And I've been saying this for years. Since 2020, when Evil was the leader of Bullet Club and the fucking pandemic fucked it up, and I thought Evil was going to be the biggest leader of Bullet Club since Kenny Omega, and he should have been, but the fucking pandemic fucked it. Bullet Club has been needing a resurgence, and if you're going to keep the stable alive, you need a new leader, a stronger leader. Get the fuck out of here with David fucking Finlay. And in a way, because, I mean, fucking, Jay White was a pseudo leader, but he wasn't really. Evil was the leader of Bullet Club, but it fell flat because of the pandemic. El Phantasmo should have been the leader of Bullet Club, but he wasn't. Bullet Club needs a resurgence, and you know how we do that?
Thank you.
You're damn right. And you know how we do that? With El Desperado at the helm. I've been saying this again for years. El Desperado should not only be in Bullet Club, but he should lead Bullet Club. And when he goes on to face the man who took his IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship away, he is going to beat the shit out of him, and he's going to reclaim what's rightfully his, and he's going to hold that title for a solid 6 months. And when he loses that title, what he's going to have his sights set on next is the championship that I am so pissed that he has not won yet, and he will, with Bullet Club at his side, leading the helm and flying the flag of Bullet Club, that being the IWGP Heavyweight Motherfucking Championship. I got El Desperado winning this, and we're ushering in a new era of Bullet Club for life, and that is just too sweet!
Too sweet, folks. Too bloody sweet. I love you thinking there, Beast. Mike, this is gonna be hard for you to top there. Who have you got in the #1 contendership fatal 4-way?
Vegeta.
It's not Vegeta. This
kidding.
4-way is going to resemble a Dragon Ball fight, but it's not fucking Vegeta.
I'm kidding. I know. Beast made a lot of good points. I mean, how can you not say El Desperado? Just for the fact that, like, the way that they've been building him up. I've seen a few highlights online, and like I said, I mean, out of the other competitors, I mean, there's no other way to put it around aside from, like, they're building a star, and I feel like, especially if they're building someone that is going to be at the helm of creating a moment at the end of the night, having Desperado win, and then, like B said, like, have him join the Bullet Club, and then have them reign supreme to start off the year, I think would mean huge. So, I say El Desperado, even though I want to joke around and say it's Vegeta that wins.
I feel like SpongeBob, that one scene from SpongeBob when he's fucking drying up in Sandy's tree dome. I need it!
Oh, that's some good thinking there. Man, this is quite a tough one for me, because, like, like, look, I am not familiar with Kosei. I am not familiar with who he is, but the others, I am, depending on, like, familiar with. Like, El Desperado, I'm familiar with who he is, sort of thing. I'm not familiar with, like, his matches, sort of thing, but I know who he is. I know he's one of the best in the game. And, yeah, I can definitely understand the thinking there. Show, I'm very much familiar with because of Roppongi 3K. I mean, Show and Yo were an amazing tag team, and man, I don't know what the hell happened to bloody Roppongi 3K, but you know, it is what it is. But for who I think is going to be winning this, someone who I think is pretty underrated in the Bullet Club, who honestly could make a good case for the leader as well, the Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishinomori. I've been very familiar with Bone Soldier for a good long while, ever since he resurfaced in New Japan as Bone Soldier. Like, that moment at, what was it, Wrestling Dontaku 2018? Like, that was insane. Just that reveal. And, like, his match at the Best of Super Juniors final was insane. And, like, man, even the stuff he did in, like, TNA for a little bit, he looked very impressive. And honestly, I think he's one of those guys that is just so underrated. And I'm surprised he hasn't, like, been moved up to the heavyweight division. There's probably a reason for it. I don't know. But still, Ishinomori is one of the absolute best. And I personally would like him to be the leader of Bullet Club. I think he would fit that role very well. But you know what? Honestly, no matter what happens, I'm intrigued to see how it goes. But yeah, I've got Ishinomori taking it. I don't know, I feel like it's probably a safe option, but sometimes a safe option can be a good option, I suppose. But well, this one, I don't know if there's really gonna be what you would call a safe option with this match, but it's gonna be interesting. It is for the Never Openweight Championship, and it is the champion Evil defending against Aaron Wolf. Now, Aaron Wolf is someone brand new to New Japan. We are not too familiar with him as such, and like, in general, someone new to the totem pole, but he looks intriguing. I believe he is like a medalist in like the Olympics or something. I'm not 100% sure, but he is definitely intriguing there. And of course, we've got Evil. We all love Evil around here, right? Maybe? I don't really know, but still, should be quite an interesting one. Mike, I'll start with you here. Who have you got for the Never Openweight title match?
Give me the new guy.
Ooh, oh really?
Really?
Okay. Okay, so let me go into detail. So I feel like when it comes to big stake matches, right? Especially when it comes to high caliber stakes like a world title or a major title, especially in New Japan, I feel like, especially in recent time, we haven't gotten um I don't want to say we haven't gotten new faces. I feel like we haven't gotten, like, I'll compare it like this. We haven't gotten a moment where like 1, 2, 3 Kid pinned Razor Ramon on an episode of Raw. Like, we haven't gotten those type of moments, at least of recently. Um, and then to be on a worldwide platform like New Japan and to beat the champ and to win that said championship, because to Tyler's point, we haven't seen an individual like this before in New Japan, right? Like, he's brand new in a sense. Um, and for him to win the title, um,
It's his
would
debut
be
too.
right. And then see, to do it in your debut is nuts. So why not have that shock factor? Why not have that because I don't think, to my memory, I don't think people have won championships in their debut in New Japan, at least in my recent memory. So I'm gonna go with Wolf.
Very intriguing there. HeelBalor, who have you got in the Never Openweight title match?
I want to see, this Aaron Wolf guy, get the win. Nothing against Evil. He's cool. But I'm intrigued to see what Aaron Wolf has in store for the wrestling world. So, yeah, give me a new guy, Aaron Wolf.
Ooh, very intriguing. And, Beast, who have you got in the never open weight title match?
Well, son of a bitch, I was leaning towards Evil. I was until Mike and HeelBalor started talking. Now I'm on the side of Aaron Wolf, man, because, like, dude, seeing Aaron Wolf win a title in his debut would be real rad. Leading into this, I didn't think he was gonna, because I was like, man, it's his debut. I got Evil, you know, I think Evil's going over, you know, the veteran's going to outsmart the new guy, but Aaron Wolf's going to put on a good showing. Well, now I don't know about that, you bastards. Man, fuck it, we ball. You know what? Why not? It's the start of the new year. Give it to Aaron Wolf, man. Give it to Aaron Wolf. I want to see what he's capable of, you know, because, I mean, he was signed to New Japan, like 6 months ago? And I'm shocked they're only doing stuff with him now. And I'm grateful that they are. I'm shocked or not shocked. I'm intrigued rather to see what he can do in between the ropes, man. And I hope it's good. And yeah, fuck it, man. Why not? Give it to Aaron Wolf. Let's see what the kid can do.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm really intrigued about how this match is gonna play out. Because, like, Aaron Wolf is someone brand new to New Japan. Like, he's someone who, like, the overall wrestling world isn't, like, familiar with. Evil is Evil. One of, like, the most mainstay New Japan guys out there. Like, I don't even, like, know if, like, Evil would ever consider leaving or anything. Because, like, Evil, he feels like a quintessential New Japan guy. Like, he just does. And I'm like...
He does, and he should have got better, man, because, like, his story, I said it before with the fucking the 4-way, you know, when I was like, man, like, Bullet Club needs a resurgence, so give it to El Desperado, we can leave Bullet Club. Dude, when Evil, that whole storyline of Evil leaving LIJ and being the new leader of Bullet Club, and that whole rivalry of him and Naito was so rad. And then COVID hit. And it was, again, Evil, I think, for my money, if the pandemic did not happen, everyone would look so much more fondly on Evil, not only as a wrestler, but as a leader of Bullet Club. Because, dude, that would have been the biggest storyline in Bullet Club since... Probably since they kicked AJ out, probably since maybe they kicked Adam Cole out. Like, that would have been rad, dude. Like, Bullet Club needed that.
Probably
and then
even
the pandemic
since, like,
fucked it.
Like, probably even since, like, the bloody Civil War story, which, yeah, the Civil War wasn't great, but still, I mean, it was big.
It would have been huge, though, dude. And the fucking pandemic fucked it. And Evil, God, that whole story was so dope. And he was gonna be, again, for my money, one of the best leaders of Bullet Club. 1000%. He had it all, and then COVID fucked it. 6 ways to Sunday, which is a damn shame.
Yep.
Because, again, if the pandemic didn't happen, I think everyone would look a lot more fondly on Evil. And I'm glad he's, you know, again, getting a little bit of a rub still. It's just a shame that he's looked at as kind of a floundering mid-carder now, which I don't think he would if, you know, situations didn't become situations back in 2020. God damn you, COVID, piece of shit.
Yeah. Honestly, like, they could have made money from, like, a bloody Evil versus Sonata storyline. That would have been fucking cool.
Yes! Yes, dude, they could have made millions from Evil versus Naito, dude. Like, Evil and Naito, like, I know they had a match, but, like, having that story play out for, like, 8 or 9 months would have been huge. It would have been the best story in wrestling, but, oh, fucking COVID, God fucking damn it.
Yeah. And now Naito's
They had to ruin everything. Ugh.
And now Naito's in Noah, so there you go. But, I think with this one, I think it's probably cut and dry that, like, they'll probably give Aaron Wolf the win here. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to see Evil retain, absolutely, but, oh no, something fresh, something different. Aaron Wolf coming on in, winning the Never Openweight title like that in his debut? That might be what New Japan needs to help, like, resurge itself as a company. That could be what it needs. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm intrigued to see how that goes. Especially considering what the main event scene is currently going on. And folks, this one's gonna be quite an interesting match for sure, as it is another double title match, as it is for both the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, as the World Heavyweight Champion Konosuke Takeshita takes on the Global Champion Yota Tsuji. This is actually quite an interesting one, not gonna lie, because, I mean, just think about it. Like, you got two very different levels of competitor here. And, like, obviously, Takeshita being signed to AEW does make it a little bit interesting in that sense, but the fact that it's a double title story sort of thing, and, like, keep in mind, Takeshita won the G1, but cashed in his title shot a little bit earlier than we thought, so it's definitely quite an interesting one for sure. I think I'm going to go with, you Beast. Who have you got with this double title match?
Oh, Takeshita. 100%. And here's the thing, dude. I like Yota Tsuji. He's all right. I've seen some stuff. He's a decent in-ring performer. He's a good wrestler, but man, I got Takeshita. Absolutely. I think Takeshita is going to take both of the titles to AEW for a little while, and give New Japan, I don't want to say more exposure, but again, give them more like exposure to, I don't want to say a more mainstream audience, but in a way, yes. And expose maybe people who are newer to AEW who haven't seen a lot of New Japan stuff. Like, what the fuck? What titles does Takeshita have? What's that? What's the IWGP World Title? Oh, he's wrestling at Wrestle Kingdom. What's that? Oh, it's a New Japan thing. Oh, he's wrestling this guy called Yota Tsuji. I don't know who that is. I'll watch the match. Oh, Takeshita won. Oh, cool. He's gonna bring those titles to AEW for a little while and also wrestle in New Japan. I obviously like Takeshita and I've seen him on AEW. So now he's going to go back and forth and I'll watch his stuff in New Japan. I'll watch his stuff in AEW and maybe I'll see who he loses it to. And if I like who he loses it to, I'll still watch New Japan. I think that's the way they're going to go. With that though, with my prediction out of the way, if I could go on a little mini rant, won't be too long. I think it is so fucking stupid though, why they have fused the world title and the Intercontinental title and then made this new title now just to fuse the new fused world title with another championship. It, like, I don't get it. Unless this is a way to make a new title design or bring back maybe the V4, I'd be fine. But I don't know why they're doing this, man. And I know Yota Tsuji has said that if he wins, he's bringing back V4, which now, like, I using my critical thinking part of my brain, I still think Takeshita's winning, but I do want to see Yota Tsuji go over just because I want to see the V4 be brought back, because that new IWGP Heavyweight title, that ain't it, Chief. But I just don't get why New Japan's doing this. Like, it feels weird. I don't know, like, you merged the V4 with the Intercontinental title to make this new title, and now this new title is getting fused with the global title for what reason? To make another new title design, or to bring back V4, or for what reason? It feels like they're double dipping. You know, I feel like I'm having a little bit of deja vu, and not in a good way. I don't know, man. It feels very weird.
And, like, keep this in
mind as well. Here for it.
Like, didn't the global title get introduced to replace, like, the US title, then the UK title?
Yes, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, so it makes it a little bit more confusing as such, but, you know, it is New Japan after all. They have been known to do some interesting decisions as of late, but, you know,
New Japan gonna New Japan.
Just like what it is with TNA, where, like, the internet goes LOL TNA. In this case, it's LOL New Japan.
Well, New Japan, yeah, that's for fucking true. But yeah, man, I got Takeshita winning. I do want to see Yota Tsuji go over just in case he does bring back the V4, because I would lose my mind. But I do got Takeshita going over.
Yeah, fair enough. Mike, I'll go with you now. Who have you got with the IWGP double title match?
Okay, I'm only saying this because of what had happened at World's End. Okay, I think it just makes sense for Takeshita to win because Takeshita, and I've seen him do his thing for this year is going to be 4 years. And about, I want to say the first time I saw him was like in November 2022. So yeah, about, oh God, damn. Um, so he is nothing but a great guy. English is obviously like his second, third language, but um, he's extremely talented. I remember the first time I saw Takeshita was at a promotion which is no longer their last show actually has happened in February, but it's called Prestige
Prestige?
Wrestling. Prestige Wrestling. It's over in Portland, Oregon, and I remember it was him. I want to say it was versus Alan Angels, if I remember correctly. Probably not, but dude, the guy can move. The guy has the height. He has the strength, and he also has the very versatile quickness to him. And I'm very impressed of what he's done at AEW. I'm very impressed as what he has done in Japan. Um, but like I said, after that match with Okada, um, I feel like it's just appropriate in this occasion to have him win. Um, you know what I mean? So like I just honestly feel like Takeshita deserves the world, and especially 2026. Having to start, I feel like he should have that pedestal, that platform to really kickstart 2026 his way. So, shout out to Takeshita. Um, and yeah, that's my thing.
Ooh, yeah, all the shoutouts in the world for sure. And, HeelBalor, who have you got with this double title match?
I'm going with Konosuke Takeshita. I think honestly, with that win, I think regardless, I want to see the V4 back. I want to see the V4 of the IWGP World Title back. The new title is just no, no, thank you. Get rid of it. Throw it in the trash. Bring back the V4 or a different version of it. Just bring something like that back. Takeshita is my pick. Yoji Suzy, I don't think I've seen a bit of him, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Takeshita is freaking incredible. I'll give him that. He is incredible. He's doing great in AEW. So far, I've seen, at least from highlights. Good as IWGP Heavyweight Champ. Throw Don Callis to the wayside and all that, and we'll be good. But on a real note, Takeshita, give him the dub. There you go, Takeshita.
Fair enough, fair enough. Wow, you put me in a hard spot with this one, cause, I feel like I'm about to be the odd man out here, cause, Takeshita, he's been a pretty good IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He has, for sure. And, like, it came out of nowhere for him to not just win the G1, but also cash it in, like, much earlier than we all thought. Like, I didn't think he would, like, cash in his G1 shot till Wrestle Kingdom, because that's what they traditionally did, but nah, they decided to do it a bit earlier, and I mean, that's fair, but it's not something I would have expected, to be honest. And weirdly enough, with the IWGP Heavyweight title, like, while I love the V4, and the V4 is fucking awesome, I'm weirdly one of the only ones who's, like, fine with, like, the current belt. Like, don't get me wrong, the V4 is, like, GOAT tier, but I do like the whole eagle wings kind of motif. I don't know why, but just something about, like, a winged eagle style title just looks cool, in my opinion. But still, though, the V4 is definitely, like, the superior IWGP title, but I don't mind the newer version. But still, I'm gonna be even more of an odd man out, and I'm gonna go with Yota Tsuji here. I just feel like that, like, New Japan probably would like a New Japan guy to win their belt at Wrestle Kingdom. I just feel like that makes sense to me. I don't know why, but it just does. I mean, doesn't matter about, like, the whole V4 stuff and that kind of thing. I don't know, just New Japan guy winning New Japan belt on New Japan show. I don't know. It just makes sense. It just does, but still. Man, this next part is, well, of course, on one of our most recent episodes, when we talked about a Mr. Jonathan Q. Cena's retirement show, we mentioned, of course, about his sort of legacy and history before we got into his retirement match. Well, I think it would be a good idea to do the same thing with the man who also is having his final match, well, this weekend. That, of course, being the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Honestly, one of the greatest to ever do it. Multi-time IWGP Heavyweight and IC champion. Like, he's done it all. He's won it all. One of the absolute best in the game. And my God, I mean, he's now the president of the company. How many people can you say who have been like former wrestlers who now own a company like that? That's just crazy to think, but man, it's definitely interesting. So, HeelBalor, I'll actually start with you here. What are some like highlights, memories, that sort of thing you can think of for Hiroshi Tanahashi and just overall thoughts?
God. Tanahashi, man. A legend, honestly, in New Japan. He has really. There's. I'm trying not to cry here. There's so much to talk about with him, just like John. Tanahashi's also a big legend as well. Multiple IWGP World Titles. Many main events. His run with Okada is legendary. I remember his match with Kenny Omega a few years ago at Wrestle Kingdom where he won the title. I remember the battles with Prince Devitt. He's been all around the world, man. There's honestly there's not really one core memory of Tanahashi I can really pinpoint because there's been so many, but he's a legend. He is incredible. And the fact that he's going, just like John, going out on his own terms, and the fact that he's president of New Japan, which is freaking incredible, like you said, not many people can say that. Not many people can say that. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be insane. I cannot wait to see how it's going to go with him going out with Okada and all that, and just, like I said, legendary run between those two. Go Ace. Go fucking Ace.
Oh, yeah. Go Ace indeed. Beast, what are like some tidbits and like your overall thoughts sort of thing when it comes to Tanahashi?
Man, I'm also gonna try not to cry, dude. Like, god damn it. I have been a fan of Hiroshi Tanahashi for years, dude. Like, I remember the first time I saw Tanahashi was 2016. That was the first time I saw one of his matches. Because around that time, around like 2015, 2016 is when I really started to branch out, right? I got into What Culture Pro Wrestling. I got into Prestige Wrestling. It's the first time I heard of MLW around that time. I got into New Japan. I got into shit outside of WWE. I got into Ring of Honor. I heard of like I watched TNA before then too, but like this was like around 2015, 2016 was the time where I really branched out and I watched everything else other than just WWE and Impact. And man, Hiroshi Tanahashi, I think it was either him and Devitt or him and Okada that I watched a match of first. Because the first New Japan match I ever saw was the 2 out of 3 falls between Kenny and Okada. And then I watched a couple Tanahashi matches after that. Dude, I love Tanahashi, man. I think he is one of the greatest wrestlers to ever lace a pair of boots. I think he is lauded, and rightfully so. If there are people out there who have never seen New Japan, only have heard about it online, have never seen a Tanahashi match, let me put it, and you only watch WWE and maybe some AEW, let me put it like this. Hiroshi Tanahashi is the John Cena of New Japan, which is why we're talking about him. Kazuchika Okada is the Randy Orton of New Japan, and to see their rivalry culminating in one final match, the Cena and Orton of New Japan one last time, I'm getting goosebumps right now, dude. Like, it's beautiful. It really is. And there's not many people who can say that they're president of a wrestling company and having their last match at the biggest show of the year in that wrestling company, right? Like, that just doesn't happen.
That's the tip of the hat right there. I'll give it that, man. That's incredible.
The fact that Tanahashi can say that, he should be proud. And I'm proud of him, dude. Like, I'm getting steamy-eyed over here. God damn it. What a guy, man. Like, I loved his matches with Prince Devitt. Loved his matches with Kenny Omega. Loved his matches with Kazuchika Okada. Like, I could watch Tanahashi wrestle all day, and he is breaking down. I'm glad he's going out now, because I do hate to see, him still hitting the high fly flow with his dodgy ass fucking knees. I don't want to see the man get hurt. I want to see him go out on his terms, and he is. And I hope this match goes as well as he wants, because he deserves it, man. Go Ace. Absolutely go Ace. I am going to cry after this match. I'm going to be a wreck. Like, I'm not going to front, full stop. I said I might not cry after Cena's match, like with Cena and all that shit. I did. I cried like a baby, 100%. I was crying like a bitch. So I cried after Cena's match, absolutely, because it hit me like a tidal wave, man. Like, that was it. And I feel like I'm going to cry after Tanahashi's match too, because it's gonna hit me the same way, because he's the John Cena of New Japan, and he's going out. And yeah, he deserves all the best, man. Go Ace. Go Ace.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned John, like, like that right there. Like, I'm sure a lot of people have talked about it. Like, that would have been a dream match, honestly, because they both, like, again, both the same age, both big stars, and I think it would have been fun. Tanahashi.
It would have, dude. All I'm saying is 2015, 2016, when Tanahashi was not really in the prime of his career, but I mean, when I found him around that time, and when Cena was doing the whole US Open Challenge shit and he was putting in the work rate, that Cena versus that Tanahashi would have fed families. That would have fed families, bro. That would have been nuts.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
My first exposure to Tanahashi was 2014, 15-ish for me. So, yeah. Good times.
I mean, like, there were so many matches that we could have realistically had, sort of thing. I mean, even, like, since I heard, there was a lot of rumors about the potential of, like, Tanahashi doing another match with Shinsuke, even in, like, Noah, but, well, shit happens, and, it is what it is, but, hey, it all works out in the end. Mike, do you have, like, any thoughts and anything when it comes to Hiroshi Tanahashi?
You know what? Like, it's, again, I feel so bad that I'm not so caught up in this, which I should. My first memory of Tanahashi was, I want to say, the night that Chris Jericho took on Kenny, if I remember correctly. It was a while back. Like, remember when that whole, like, people were hyping that up so much? I think it was like 2019, I think, 2018.
That was 2018. That was 2018.
Yeah, I remember how much people were hyping that up, and it was like, and I remember, I think Tanahashi was on that card. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember seeing him because, people were, going down the card or whatever, and I remember how much of a presence he had with New Japan. And then obviously throughout the years, it would be known that, like, Tanahashi was like the John Cena, as Beast had mentioned, of New Japan, and how much importance of that. Like, I don't think there's a bigger name in New Japan. I don't think since like, I'm thinking, like, all the way to, like, the 70s, right? Like, all the way to, like, the beginnings and stuff like that of New Japan. So with that said, I mean, I think Tanahashi has made a great impact in New Japan. I think him this being his final goodbye, final nod to the crowd, um, little final bow is kind of similar to like Cena, except it's with the Japanese audience, maybe even a worldwide audience. Um, so I think Tanahashi gets the win in his last match. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a very good back and forth. Tail of the tape, as they say. So, um, I think Tanahashi wins.
Interesting there. I think for me, historically, with like Tanahashi and that kind of thing, I first started watching like New Japan stuff around 2018 because of the Omega Jericho match. That was the show that got me into New Japan. 2018's Wrestle Kingdom. And Tanahashi was on the card. Like, I knew who he was in a way because of some like little details and that kind of thing, but like I knew who he technically was, but I wasn't too familiar with him. But after seeing him in the ring there and like seeing later matches like the one he had at Dominion, the one he had, I always think to this match as well when it comes to Tanahashi, his match with Okada, Wrestling Dontaku 2018. Like, Wrestling Dontaku 2018 was a really good show, and that match, Okada Tanahashi there, that was an incredible match. So, like, there's a full-on legacy of like Tanahashi, like just everything about him sort of thing. Like, he is, people do say he is the John Cena of New Japan, and he really is. Like, he is that sort of top-tier marketable guy, like, in that sense, like, the air guitaring and everything. Like, he really feels like someone that everyone can get invested in. And not like with Cena, like how, oh, the hardcore crowd may not be invested in sort of thing. Even the hardcore crowd loves Tanahashi. So, it's kind of interesting. And even a little bit of a tidbit for me, as someone who loves, like, tokusatsu sort of thing, and the Kamen Rider franchise. Tanahashi is a huge fan of it, and knowing that gave me more love for him for that in general sort of thing. Just that shared passion in a way. So it's like, honestly, Tanahashi is one of the greatest to ever do it, and you know what? I think it's great that he's going out on his own terms. Like, it really is, considering the legacy that he's had as a competitor. Oh man, but when it comes to that legacy, when it comes to all that history, it all leads to this match. Hiroshi Tanahashi's final match, as he will be taking on the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. Oh man, I am excited for this one. We are all excited for this match, folks, because this is one of the greatest rivalries in all of professional wrestling. And to see it one more time on such a grand stage like Wrestle Kingdom to kick off the year, it's something special, folks. It's something really special here. I mean, they've had some incredible matches in the past, so while this may not live up to their past greats, they might still be able to go out with one more great in them. One more. So, Mike, I know you've given your prediction already, sort of thing, but do you have any more, like, insights for the match and that kind of thing?
Well, think about it. It's one of the biggest, like, this. How do I put this? This is probably a horrible comparison, so don't quote me on this. But like this match between Okada and Tanahashi, you're thinking of like Superman versus Batman. You're thinking of like again horrible comparisons probably. So I apologize to the audience if they're disagreeing with me on this. But like you're thinking of these two elite, iconic figures, not just athletes, but like figures of New Japan. You have Okada, who has established himself as to be an icon in not only New Japan but in Japanese wrestling. You have Tanahashi, who is some could even say is the godfather of like what New Japan is and what strong style is and everything that has been put in front of New Japan Pro Wrestling or just Japanese style wrestling in general. you could literally go to wrestling fans that are maybe not familiar with New Japan or whatever, but you say the words Tanahashi and Okada, I bet you 90% of them will say, "Oh shoot, yeah, I've heard of them or I've seen a match." You know what I mean? This to me is a like I said, you think of like Hulk and Rock, or you think of like, oh my God, what would be like Brock and Kurt Angle. You think of Cena and Punk, or Cena and AJ Styles. You think of like, a match of this epic proportion is something that is like very synonymous, and it's very historic, I think, because you're facing off, you're witnessing two people face off that are at the best of their careers, and one's leaving and retiring, and then the other one is, maybe would even say, especially after winning that Continental Classic thing or whatever, um, at AEW or World's End. I mean, you got to think that something's got to give. You got to think that some way or another these two are going to give a great match. I think personally that Okada's going to give it his all for sure, but Tanahashi has to get that good goodbye. Could I see Okada winning? Sure, just to get that momentum after winning the title at World's End. But I think for sure Tanahashi has to get that final hero's goodbye.
Ooh, I'm liking your thinking there for sure. HeelBalor, I'll go with you next. Who have you got in Hiroshi Tanahashi's final match?
The fans, in the end, are going to win. That's who's going to win. But in all seriousness, who I really think is going to who's going to win, not end, and the people are going to who's going to win this match. I'm fine either way, honestly, but I think Tanahashi needs to get the dub, man. I know everyone usually goes out on their shield, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's Tanahashi, man. He could go out on his shield, go out on his back. Give a good showing out there. Okada's great. He's awesome. But I gotta go with the ace, man. I gotta go with Tanahashi. That's my pick. But I legit am fine either way. But I'm going Tanahashi to get the win. I am so excited for this match. Be crying buckets, like I said. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be insane. Just I'm sure after the match we're gonna be talking about like the aftermath of what's gonna be happening a little bit afterwards. But Tanahashi, man, give him the dub. Give him the dub. Tanahashi.
Ah, man, that is going to be super special, I'll tell you. And, Based, who have you got in Hiroshi Tanahashi's final match?
Well, this is it, huh? This is it. This is what it all comes down to. I said Cena was going to lose his match, and he did. Didn't lose how I thought he was going to. And I think the same for this match. I think Tanahashi is not winning. I think Tanahashi's going to give it his all. I really, really do. It's just not going to happen, man. It's just not going to happen. I think Kazuchika Okada is going to put the final nail in the coffin of the career of Hiroshi Tanahashi. But that being said, that is my critical thinking part of my brain. And that's like, yeah, Okada definitely is going over. But if Tanahashi goes over, I'm fine with it too, because he does deserve that last little hero's goodbye, even though Cena didn't get it. But that being said, I know I kind of already gave a prediction in a way, but man, I'm ready to just sit down and digest this match and be emotionally prepared to cry and just tears streaming down my face at the end of it. And just seeing Tanahashi do what he does best and Okada do what he does best too. Like I said, I know I already kind of gave a prediction, but I got one word for you. Yes.
So, in a
Yes.
way, it wouldn't just be a normal yes, it would be a crying yes, right?
You're damn right. With tears streaming down my face, with a tear in my eye. Yeah. Yes. Indubiously,
reference coming.
100%, unequivocally, yes, dude. Because again, yeah, I do think Okada is going over. I don't think Tanahashi's winning, but in a way, I don't really care, man. I just want to see Tanahashi get what he wants. And if that's him winning, if that's him losing, and like, it's not for me, right? It's not my career. It's Tanahashi's. So I want him to do what he wants. I want him to get the final send-off that he wants and for him to go out however he wants, whether that's on his back or looking up at the lights in victory, looking up at the lights in defeat or in victory, man. I want him to do what he wants. So I really couldn't care who wins in a good way, man. So just, yes, I want nothing but the best for Tanahashi and for Okada too, because I know Okada ain't a fucking spring chicken either. This match is gonna be nuts, dude. I'm so ready. I'm gonna be a wreck afterwards.
There's gonna be
dude.
so much tears in this match. Good God.
Oh, dude, yeah, bro, dude. There ain't gonna be a dry eye in that stadium. But the last thing I want, because I know that they have said that Kenny Omega's gonna be there, that Will Ospreay's gonna be there. I want a nice send off for Tanahashi afterwards. I know it's what we're getting. I know that's what's planned. And I know he's going to do a big fucking speech. That's fine. But what I really want, and I know they're going to do it, and I know me saying it isn't like, well, that's not going to be shocking at all. Yeah, but I mean, we haven't seen it yet, so maybe they won't do it, but I'm sure they will. I want one last guitar solo. I want one last guitar solo, man. Like that, I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. Like,
same.
Yeah. I need it, dude. I do think Tanahashi is losing, but just again, give them like almost an hour, as much as they can go, because I know they're old, but as much as they can go, man. Just give them all the time in the world and just have a bell-to-bell clinic and an absolute classic that I know I'll tell my kids about one day. I know Will tell his kids about one day, that I want to be talked about for generations. That's what I want. Cena's match is already that, for better or for worse. I want this match for better or for worse, and hopefully for better, because even Cena's match, mostly for better, is like that too. I want it for better, for it to be talked about for generations to come, to be like, where were you when John Cena retired, and where were you when Hiroshi Tanahashi retired? That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, full on. This is a match that generations will absolutely be talking about for sure. Oh, man. Like, this is really hard for me when it comes to this match, because, like, this is something special. Like, this really is, just like with the Cena Gunta match. This is something special.
Yeah.
The final match of a legendary career is just, man, it's really hard to predict, and especially considering, like, the past when it comes to these two. I mean, Okada and Tanahashi, they had some amazing battles over the year. Even the match at Wrestling Dontaku that I mentioned, like, that match was incredible. So, like, god damn, it's really hard to pick a winner. So, I don't know if there is a time limit in this match. Considering it's New Japan, I imagine there is a time limit.
Yeah.
Time limit draw. I think the both of them should at least get the draw, because considering their legacies together, their great matches together sort of thing, one last time limit draw for Tanahashi would be amazing. It would feel just special. And I get it. For a lot of wrestlers, going out on their back, yeah, it makes sense. But this is Hiroshi Tanahashi we're talking about. He's the kind of person where, realistically, you should give him a time limit draw. You really should. And, like,
that would be rad too, to like have Tanahashi hit the high fly flow and just collapse, and the clock's counting down at 10. No, he's crawling. He's crawling.
God,
he drapes
imagine.
the arm at 2, 1, 2, and then time limit draw. Like, that would be rad.
That'd be incredible.
It would be perfect. It would actually be perfect. And I know there might be some people who may complain about that kind of finish, but I think that is the kind of finish that would make so much sense realistically. And, like, look, after the match sort of thing, like, they'll do all the celebratory stuff. I mean, if there's anyone who I would like to see there for the whole celebration stuff at the end, I would love to see Shinsuke be there to support Tanahashi.
Oh my gosh, that'd be cool.
I know that probably won't happen considering, like, the whole geopolitical wrestling war sort of thing with, like, WWE siding with Noah and AEW siding with New Japan sort of thing. I get that. I really do. In fact, from what I heard, Tanahashi actually wanted it to be Nakamura to be his final match. Even asking, like, if he could probably do that match in Noah even. But obviously, plans change. Plans didn't happen. And look, it is what it is, but god damn it, would I love to see Nakamura make a surprise appearance to just celebrate with Tanahashi. Just, I know it's not gonna happen, but I would love it so much. But folks, I'll tell ya, Wrestle Kingdom is gonna be such a special show. Like, my god, the 20th Wrestle Kingdom might just be one of the biggest in the history of the event, and my god, I cannot wait for January 4th. It is going to be so much fun. My god. So, I'll tell you, what a way to kick off the new year, and, like, there's so much that we are going to be covering throughout the year. I mean, I believe we should be I don't know if it's January that this show's going to be on. I believe it is, but I believe the next one we should be covering should be TNA Genesis, I believe.
Should be, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because, like, Genesis is in January, so that should be the next one that we will cover, folks. So definitely stay tuned for
right now,
that.
the 17th.
Yeah, so that is indeed the next one we will be looking at, folks. So definitely stay tuned for that, everyone. But, right, would any of you guys like to do the wrap-up, or would you like me to do it?
May I see us off?
Go for it.
All right, Beast. Go for it, man.
Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, thank you for joining us for this episode of the Losers Lounge podcast, talking about Wrestle Kingdom 20 and the great Hiroshi Tanahashi's final match in the squared circle. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you watch Wrestle Kingdom, we hope you enjoy the show as well. And for MGB Tylor, for the heelest of Balor's HeelBalor, for the greatest modern day ring announcer with a bullet, my buddy, my man, my goat, my legend, Sock Monkey Mike, I am the Skull King Beast Mode 9000. And thank you, Cena, and thank you, Tanahashi, for everything. I bid you adieu, too sweet, peace out, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang!
Bang!
Bang.